I think we'll beat Bayern on Tuesday. I think we'll see a reaction, but Anfield at the weekend will probably get battered again.
Manchester United have been banished from Europe as their 1-0 loss to Bayern Munich sealed their exit from Europe this season. They finished 4th on 4 points in their group, which sees them out of Europe completely. They don't fall into the Europa League spots. And to be quite frank, Manchester United should be embarrassed by their results in Europe this season, particularly since they were drawn in a group with Copenhagen and Galatasaray. Galatasaray, who had never won on English soil in their history before, finished above Manchester United and beat Manchester United at Old Trafford. Manchester United finished on 4 points, 1 win against Copenhagen at home, a 1-0 victory at home against Copenhagen, and a draw to Galatasaray away is the best that they could possibly do. Bayern Munich didn't get out of first gear in this game. They didn't need to get out of first gear for this game. Manchester United created very few opportunities for themselves, and Bayern Munich sealed the game with a goal by Kingsley Coman. Manchester United looked lackluster. They looked defensively a bit more solid at the back with the addition of Varane. But other than that, there are no positives to take from this game for Manchester United. The expectation of this group was that this would be an easy group for Manchester United, having drawn Galatasaray and Copenhagen in their group. Copenhagen obviously are relatively small on the European stage, and Galatasaray, as I said, never won a game on English soil. Obviously that record's now been broken. And one of the things which Mark Goldbridge did say that I did agree with was that falling into the Europa League for Manchester United was their only opportunity this season to regain Champions League football for next season. I don't think that they'll finish top 4. There are 5 or 6 teams that are better than them in the league this season, so the probability of them finishing top 4 is relatively low. And winning the Europa League was potentially the only means for them to regain Champions League status for next season. That's no longer available to them either, and so it's looking like Manchester United might be Europa League or even Europa Conference League next season. Arsenal picked up a draw against PSV in their final Champions League group stage game. Arsenal had already qualified before this game. They had already solidified top spot before this game. But both teams will be satisfied with that result. Arsenal, I think, may go quite far in Europe this season, potentially reaching the semi-finals and beyond if they get a good run of results, favourable run into the semi-finals, and put on some good performances as they did against Lyon. Today we have Manchester City playing Red Star Belgrade. Manchester City have already solidified their top spot in the group. That won't alter regardless of the result that they get today, win, lose or draw, which is obviously very good for them, and they can look to the fixtures ahead and potentially rest a few players for this game, or they might decide that they want to put out a statement and put 6 past Red Star Belgrade. You never know, but regardless, Manchester City today, it'll be a good result, win, lose or draw for them. They've already solidified top spot, as I said before. Newcastle, on the other hand, they have to beat Milan today. And even if they beat Milan, they are reliant on results that occur in the other game between Borussia Dortmund and PSG. Hopefully things can go their way. I think that they'll feel incredibly unlucky and unfortunate if they do not make it through past the group stage. particularly with the penalty in the PSG game, which was very harsh. But it depends which Newcastle shows up. They've been slightly inconsistent previously due to a long list of injuries that they've had. But hopefully, if Newcastle make it through, they could potentially get some injuries back before the next sort of fixtures for the Champions League, and maybe they could get a good run into Europe for the rest of the season. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what you think about Manchester United's exit from Europe. And have a great day.